Thank you for bearing with me. It's so hard to get. I want to have a good quality video to share on to YouTube, but obviously we're going live in our tribe Sundays with Summit Health. So, top 7 reasons why most people fail at weight loss. I've actually got some notes here I'm going to use on my phone. Obviously, this could be an extensive list, and clearly, the majority of clients who come to work with all of our coaches here at Summit Health is their main goal is weight loss. We know health can really be a priority, and we take the approach of striving for overall health, and we know that in the end that will lead to weight loss, right? A lot of clients, yes, come to us for performance, but here again, we're not going to aid or fuel for performance without first looking at health. So, when we look at weight loss, there really is some main reasons why people really struggle, and we're going to cover those today. Top 7, again, there could be a lot more, and I'll highlight which one I think is the most major culprit for most people, but let's get into it. So, number 1, stupid diets. Okay, stupid diets, fad diets, extreme diets is what I would say number 1. I wouldn't say this is the most common reason why people fail at fat loss, but really it is a big one. So let's think about, I want you to think about this statement, okay? If the method is not sustainable, the results will not be either. If what you're doing to lose weight, maybe you lose 5 pounds in a week, right? But was that method sustainable? Then those results will not be sustainable either. We see it all the time, right? People cut out carbs, they go keto, they do a juice cleanse, they do some kind of crazy fad thing, they lose 5, 7, 10 pounds in a week or 2 weeks. That is not sustainable. So although they're pumped about how much weight they've lost, how quickly, as soon as they go back to eating normally, they're going to regain that weight. So if the method is not sustainable, the results will not be either. So if you are doing right now what you could sustain forever to lose weight, then that's a win. Okay, so I want you to look at that. Look at how you're working with your coach. Look at how you've worked with maybe one of us in the past, or looking at weight loss for the future. If that method is not sustainable, then you need to find a new method, okay? It's not to say that we don't have seasons. Right now, I'm doing the liver cleanse, and so I'm doing things that are not sustainable for me to do long term, but this is a short term season, right? I have an intent, I have a goal, there's a reason I'm doing this. Okay, number 2 reason why people struggle or fail at fat loss: you live or die by the scale. This is something that I'm really working on. When my clients message me about a new, they're 75 pounds down, they're 50 pounds down, they're 10 pounds down, I want to celebrate with them. I want to be excited. But at the same time, I want to just let that be a marker. Yay. But what I want to celebrate is all the hard work that you put in to get here. That's what I want to be pumped about. That's what I want to be excited about. And it's not to say that we're not thrilled that we're not seeing progress, but really the number on the scale is just a data point. So in the same way that when they message me and are freaked out over, oh, I've gained 4 pounds in a week, what is happening? What are we doing? It's nothing to truly freak out about. In the same way that if we lose 4 pounds in a week, that's probably not super sustainable either. Reasons why the scale may fluctuate. Maybe I really didn't hit my carbs the other day, right? Maybe I hit a super hard workout and my weight is up. Perhaps I ate a ton of salt and my weight is up. Maybe my menstrual cycle is causing me to gain weight. Perhaps I was at a bachelorette party and had, a few too many cocktails, and that can make my weight go up. So there's so many reasons why the scale will fluctuate. I really want to help our clients to understand that it's just a data point. Something that I love is in our nutrition tracking spreadsheet, which most of you have been exposed to, we have a place for you to enter your weight, and we just look at that over time. We know that in the week, this is going to happen. It's going to be an up and a down. But if over are trending in the direction that we want to be, whether that be gaining muscle and gaining weight or losing fat, losing weight, we want to make sure that we're trending that way over time. The scale or the graph that you see in MyFitnessPal is also a great example of that. We're going to see that constant up and down, but as long as we see that trending this way or trending this way, then we know we're winning. Okay, let's look at number 3. And honestly, this one is a really big one. This is why having a coach, having someone to keep you accountable is so key. And that is having a bad day, you give up. Having one bad day or one bad week, you give up. And this is so common. People go on vacation, they gain 10 pounds, they come home, they just have a really hard time getting back in the groove, and then they just give up. The only way that you are truly failing is if you stop trying. So this is, I would say, the number one killer, or why people are failing at weight loss, is because they just are not able to be consistent long enough. Maybe you have seen great results. It's been 4 weeks, it's been a month, it's been 5 weeks, and now you've plateaued. And it's 1 week of no progress, another week of no progress, and ultimately you just say, it's too much. Yep, I'm throwing in the towel. We cannot do that. The only way we're failing is if we are actually giving up. Okay, so number 4. The next 2, I'm kind of playing the devil's advocate a little bit here. Okay, so bear with me. Number 4, too much cardio. Too much cardio. Okay, now let me clarify this. This is cardio done with the intent of solely burning calories, solely losing weight. A lot of people are chasing that feeling of just being crushed after the workout, of just like being drenched with sweat or completely exhausted. They're chasing this feeling because they feel like only then have they really earned their food for that day, or only then have they really worked hard enough to eat the calories that they're prescribed in a day. And that is not helpful. That mindset is not what we want to be chasing. What we want to be chasing is a balanced amount of cardio for health, for heart health, for lung health, for overall longevity, right? Those things, steady state cardio and what they can do and the benefits for our brain are unmatched. So that's what we want to be chasing. And that leads me to number 5. Too little cardio. So here again, I'm playing the devil's advocate. We want to find a balance, right? People who brag, I mean, I am definitely one of those people who I would love to say I never do cardio. But honestly, I know it's important for my health. And in the end, I know I mentally feel better when I have some conditioning and cardiovascular training in my regular weekly exercise, right? But those who refuse to do cardio, who say, I don't need to do cardio, right? I don't need to do anything that gets my heart rate up. That is not valuable either. The other thing that people tend to discount is that NEAT, getting those steps in, right? Absolutely focusing on 8,000 steps a day or 10,000 steps a day. It doesn't have to be like heart pounding, sweat drenching, like heart rate through the roof kind of cardio. Just something steady state where we are getting in some consistent movement can be so beneficial. Okay, so number 4 and 5 are kind of tied together. Let's talk about number 6. This is a big one, you guys. Your weekends are a dumpster fire. The wheels come off the bus on the weekends. This is hard. The reason that weekend nutrition can really be challenging is because we don't have, a lot of times we don't have a routine. We're very structured. We're very routine during the week, but when it comes to the weekends, that's what makes them special, right? We don't have to get up early and go to work. We don't have to be regimented and routine, and that's what makes them great. But at the same time, that is what makes them a challenge. So a recommendation is always, first thing on the weekend, have a good meal. Have a meal that you're proud of. Have something that you know makes you feel amazing, right? If you want to plan out your treats or your pancakes or your meals out or your cocktails. Do that, but still start the day with a really great meal. Don't feel like you need to just hoard those calories for those activities later in the day. That is a recipe for disaster. The other reason why the weekends have a tendency to be a little bit of a dumpster fire is because people are too restrictive during the week. If you are following a plan, again, let's go back to number one. If we're following a stupid fad diet that is too restrictive or too extreme, you are not going to be able to sustain that. And typically, a very restrictive or extreme diet we can sustain for 5, maybe 7 days, and then the wheels come off the bus. And that's typically what happens. People are at work, they're eating their celery sticks and their carrots, and they are just like, I'm perfect, I'm on point, I'm on routine. They're eating 800 calories a day, and the weekend comes, and now they don't have that routine and they don't have that structure, nor are they sort of busy or distracted. All they can focus on is, oh my word, I'm starving, I want all the food. That is a clear sign that we are too restrictive during the week. So I really want you to, again, think about finding that sustainable plan. Start your weekend days with a win by having a meal that makes you feel really good and that moves you towards your goals, whether they be performance, health, or weight loss. Number 7, last one. Karen did it. I appreciate that we are networkers, right? Especially females, right? We are networkers. Guys, you too. I know you are. You're looking at what your friends do, what your colleagues are doing or friends are doing. But just because this worked for someone else does not mean it's right for you. Yes, perhaps do some research, investigate it a little bit. Is it a fit for you? But just because, Karen did keto and lost 30 pounds doesn't mean that keto is right for you. Just because Bob is crushing it on the carnivore diet doesn't mean that that's right for you. Just because Vicky, is a great vegetarian and is seeing amazing results doesn't mean that that's right for you. Find a plan that's a fit for you. Don't just do it because someone else you saw be successful at it. Know stay in your lane, basically, right? Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, find a coach or a plan or something that is sustainable and that matches those. That's it, you guys. I hope this has been helpful. Honestly, this is something that all of these steps we work through with our clients every single week. We are all sort of the same in nature in the fact that these are things that we've all been through, deal with, and struggle with regularly. So if you're experiencing these things or you identify with any of these 7 reasons why people fail at fat loss, you're not alone. You're not alone. And it's not to say that once you address it, it will be gone forever. But that's what we're here for. We're here to support you and to help you understand how to work through and find balance with some of these things. Other than that, I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. You enjoy the day. Bye, you guys.